Run order, and look at the order we have here. To open, we have Gautam and Ronak. One of the finest batsmen India has ever produced, and Ronak for some reason.
I'm taking strike. I'm just letting you know. Yeah.
Gautam is taking strike and after 5 balls taking a run. We've already instructed him. Then we have at number 3 Tom Moody. I've seen him hit a few sixes and they stay hit. Welcome Tom. We also have Shashank, who's going to tell us a little bit about life in cricket in general and his philosophies about everything else as well, which hopefully we won't have time for. But today's topic is in the hands of Gaurav.
Every year since 2013, 2014, we have seen the net run rate coming into play to actually decide at least the third and the fourth spot in the IPL. And last year, if you all noticed, a team with 12 points actually qualified on ahead of net run rate. The topic here is it fair that certain teams play later than the other teams? When net run rate comes into play, they have an advantage of knowing what to do. Do you guys think that the last set of games, the 4 games, should be played simultaneously? I know there is a broadcast angle which is the reason why it's not being played. But if you see FIFA World Cups, you see the Premiership, you see bigger sporting events, they do have this.
Let's go straight to the experts. Mr. Kambir.
See, it's a tough one. Obviously, you don't want to give any undue advantage to certain franchise, but then when the entire draw is made, you don't know who's going to be that last team, whether they're going to be in that situation also or not. See, if Mumbai has played their last game against Sunrisers, no one wants to be in that must-win situation, especially from the Sunrisers' point of view. Okay, had Sunrisers won probably 8 or 9 games, we wouldn't have had this topic.
Okay, but Gautam, so what are you saying here? Are you for or against them playing together?
No, I'm absolutely fine the way it is right now at the moment.
The sport of cricket has always been like this. It's not only IPL, even in the World Cups, even in ICC events. There's no such thing of the last set of group games starting together so that net run rate doesn't become an advantage or a disadvantage. But is that something the cricketers see it as an advantage or no? Or is that something just in the eyes of the fans?
I personally feel that it is something that franchises look at very closely because we know the importance of finishing first and second. And if you've got the advantage of closing a game an over 2 overs early and you know that you've just fallen into second position because of that, I think that is an unfair advantage because it is a huge advantage finishing first and second. And likewise, from 5th to 4th position, you know what's in front of you. But one solution I've thought through is the possibility of the last round of games excluding net run rate.
Oh,
so it just boils down to just win or loss. Your net run rate is all dictated by every game except for the last round, and you shut the gate.
Wow. So how is
that's
that?
the wrong one. Turn the other way. Boys, we didn't see that.
Yeah, Gautam.
Gautam?
One more thing, and Tom would agree with me. I remember in 2016 or 17, where actually Sunrisers finished 3rd and we finished 4th. And there has to be a reserve day for the playoffs. Imagine if the game doesn't happen and just because Sunrisers was 3 and we were 4, Sunrisers would have qualified and it was a 5-over game. That is probably more debatable than this. So probably Tom would agree with me on that front as well. It was a 5-over game. Imagine if it would have rained for another 5 minutes, the game would have been called off.
I'd love to also explore Tom's theory and how this would work. If, say, multiple teams were locked on certain points and one team's net run rate was inferior, you may not be playing that team though, Tom. So I'd like to know how you would then remove net run rate from the equation and what you're suggesting.
I got no idea.
That's also an idea, Tom.
I've just given you a solution off the top of my head. Now, just you work it out. I'll give you the ideas. You do the numbers.
Yeah.
Net run rate has been a concept for a long time in cricket. But for example, a 10-wicket win is still as comfortable as winning in, say, 14 overs. But wickets are not even considered as part of a comfortable win, right? It's only sometimes targets, like if you see a 170, 180 target and teams win in 10 wickets, I think you guys won once against Gujarat. But the fact is, if you take 19.5, it doesn't really help your net run rate, even though it's very convincing. So do you think people should look at some other way of breaking the tie?
See, my point is that's a very good, valid point. That if you end up winning, if you're chasing, and if you end up winning by 10 wickets, or probably chase the total down by the 12th or by the 10th over, there should be a bonus point. So you can take the net run rate out of the equation as
Perfect.
well. And at the same time, you don't drag the game as well. There's some incentive if you're chasing, or probably if you're bowling second and trying to defend the total. And if you end up beating the opposition by probably 50 runs or 100 runs, there should be a bonus point, so that this net run rate stuff goes out of the window, and there is some incentive for everyone to play for that extra bonus point, and that will play a huge difference going forward in the IPL. It will make the games even more competitive.
Cricket is all, as such, we've complicated it so much with this things like umpire's call and all that. It's so rigid that, and also all the points that you made probably works in an ideal world. I mean, even though 45,000 fans or 60,000 fans may, troop into Eden Gardens every single game to watch KKR play, IPL makes no bones about the fact that it's a broadcast sport. So you want to have the best TRP. So even if you have 4 matches on simultaneously and your cumulative TRP is high, I don't think that achieves the purpose of them wanting to have the effect of one game as such, generating the kind of TRPs in the ad shoots and revenues that they'll earn out of it. So I don't think it'll work commercially.
The main point here, I think, is very clear. The broadcaster will never go for it. Not in cricket. That's at least it's not now. But again, around the room, last question. Do you think there's any merit in having the last four games being played together, so this little bit of an advantage of knowing what you're going to get if you're the very last man standing goes out of the window? So let's just ask once and for all. Mr. Moody?
Yeah, practically, yes, it does make perfect sense to do it.
Okay, fair enough. Mr. Kishore?
Makes sense, but I don't see it happening.
Ronak?
I want the IPL Governing Council to watch this whole video and put everything in. There should be a bonus point. There should be reserve day for playoffs. There should be all 4 games together at the end. Even take net run rate out of it and figure out how Tom Moody's point works. I want all of it in. Everything.
All right. Gaurav?
So I firmly believe they should do it. If not all 4, at least have a dynamic scheduling based on the teams which are actually competing for that, and just have their 2 matches, 3 matches in parallel.
Gautam Gambhir, final words?
See, I'm okay with what it is right now. I would rather prefer having a bonus point, so that there is always more excitement, and probably some teams will end up being on the odd number and probably qualify for the playoffs.
All right. I think we're pretty clear that cricket lovers' heart is in it to try and remove any sense of advantage, but the truth of the matter is it will never happen. There are many controversies in cricket we can't get into, and there are many things which can't be solved, like Rohit Sharma's injury. But that's a story for some other time.